having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Bossman, to see my brother from the ATL, Edward Waters University, doing his thing. My man Cabral Huff on the Bossman Show again. What's up, my good brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, just working and grinding, trying to build this thing, continue to build this thing brick by brick down here in Duval.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Campbell, you have down there. It's good to see you guys. Well, I can't let out the play-in game. Good to see you guys, man. It was a good way to get me back to Atlanta with a happier face, man, that I had before I got there.
I know, right? Didn't end the way we wanted to for our Hawks, but I was glad to see you too, brother.
Yes, indeed. Well, man, you had a great camp, man. Some exposure for Duval, some exposure, man. Talk about how these camps really help you show off the program and maybe find young prospects maybe want to become a Tiger down the road, man.
Well, I think it's really huge for us to really showcase what we have here at EWU. A lot of people don't understand how beautiful our campus is, how beautiful our facilities are, and we really want to get out of the community and show that. So by having teams from Georgia and teams all across Florida, from Tallahassee, from here in Jacksonville to Gainesville to West Palm Beach to Orlando to Tampa to Miami, for having those teams come on the EWU campus, I think it really represented who we are and what we're trying to do very well. And then it gives us as a staff an opportunity to see and recruit and evaluate some upcoming talent that's coming up in all these places and schools and states.
No doubt, man. I know for me, going to camps at that age really helped me define where I wanted to go. Again, eventually, building relationships with coaches early, knowing where I can get better at. And talk about for the young men, and get a college coach's opinion of where they can get better at, where they should work on, and where if you do these things, you can't reach the D2 level, D1, wherever you want to go if you put in the work off the court.
It's great for these young men to be able to get that feedback from a college coach, whether it's through their high school coach who's asked for the feedback from the coach, or if it's a student athlete that just comes up and asks you, about that feedback, to see what we're really looking for at our level, what's going to translate. It's really huge because we all know this day and time has changed for high school athletics. Also, the big point of that is we had some other coaches at other levels that were in our gym, some JUCO and some NAIA coaches. So they were also able to get evaluated by those coaches and programs as well.
No doubt, brother. And talk about being able to play as a team. Seeing a guy not just on a highlight video, sit and play actually team ball within other guys, see how he actually getting the shot. See how get better to watch these things live and in color rather than on synergy or second spectrum. Be like, okay, you missed a shot, you hung your head, you didn't run back, you didn't sprint back. All the little things that impact winning, you can see, of course, personal, but they're doing it now if they did not go their way. So in the game you all have playing.
It's really big for us as coaches and our staff and any coaching staff to really put your eyes on them. We got to trust our eyes, but the only way you can trust your eyes is by seeing them in person. Film is good. Film highlights, they're all good. But when I can truly put my own eyes and see you play as a team, see how you play in that aspect. So now I can take what I saw from you as a player with your high school team, and I'll take that when I go to July and see how you play as a player with your AAU team, because those two things may be totally different. And now I can truly evaluate how you stand, how you can develop, and how you would fit in our program.
No doubt. And for you, Cabral, like for you, let me ask you this question as a coach, man. Like, playing in AAU is one way, the high school team is one way, and then playing just with different guys randomly is another way. So talk about that. We're telling on that piece right there, because it's very important. See how these guys play in these different settings. It really can give you a really good gauge of what they really are as a player and how they will fit, because they play a high school team with randoms, an AAU team. We can see how you can play with different environments, and we really know what kind of player you really are.
I mean, most guys that are playing at the collegiate level, no matter what level, from D3 all the way up to Division I, were the man on their high school team. So when we're watching them on their high school team, they're probably the dude that's going to touch the ball, every time down, more than likely. So you get to see that aspect of it. You also get to see the aspect of it as a high school team. That high school coach is going to play you at the position that's best suited for them to win games at high school, which may not be your position in college or what you have to fit in AAU. So flip that to AAU. Now you're playing with, sometimes, I don't want to say all the time, because I don't want to disrespect any high school coach. I've been there. But sometimes you're playing with better players, right? So that young man may be playing a different position. He may be a 4 at his high school. In AAU, he may be a 2 or 3. So it just depends. You're able to see that. You're able to see how can he play a role on the team instead of being a man, and how does his mindset change with that? Does it change, or does it stay the same? It's just a different role. So I think all those things are really important.
And Cabral, something my dad always put to me was like, be a master at your role, whatever your role is. Like, I knew personally, I was better at football than basketball.
Right.
So I was better at basketball than baseball. So on the basketball court, I don't need to be a spot-up shooter and defend and hustle. On football, wide receiver, do whatever I want to. In baseball, I'm first baseman or outfielder. So, like, knowing my role in each sport. So I talk about that for a young man, learning how to master their roles. And then once they master that role, we'll graduate you to another role if you prove we can master the role I give you initially.
So we always talk about here at Edward Ward as being a star in your role, whatever that role is. If you can be a star in your role, then that can elevate us as a team and get us to our team achievements. And so being a star in your role means when you come in and player development, before and after the season is where we're going to develop your weaknesses, right? But we want you to hone in on your strengths. Like, if you are not a great shooter, we're not going to be honing in on that strength to get you to be a better shooter during the season. We need you to hone in on what that role we need for you on that team. Now, we can work with that shooting before and after the season. So those are kind of things that we do here in our program.
Diane Cabral has his brother, because at D2, you don't really have the 2 summers that you have like at the D1 level. So how do you go about development of your guys when they're away from you and the D2 level versus a D1 level where you can have on campus for a semester or both of them for summertime?
So it's twofold. It starts with that meeting that you have with those guys who are returning and telling them what you need from them, what they need to get better on next year. And then it's the process of giving them some things they can do to be better when they come back. Because we tell all our athletes, it's our job as coaches to out-recruit you. And so I want all parents and whoever listens to this to understand, every college coach is out-recruiting your son or your daughter every year. And if they're not, then they're putting their program in a bad situation. But it's your son or daughter's job to make sure that they're working so they're not getting out-recruited, if that makes sense. So that work that they're putting in and what we're telling them to do, it may be a plan. Hey, you've got to put up this many shots. You've got to work on, your left hand. You got to work on your explosion. All those things matter. Then you time that up with what we take from our strength and conditioning coach, and he gives us a whole plan that our guys have to do in the summertime. Now, granted, a player may not do that, either one of them. But guess what? We're going to know when they come back.
Yes.
But that's the bigger – and when they come back and they don't do it, then that's what happens. They just start falling because there are guys that know I got to do this if I want to get better. And we hopefully have recruited those guys that understand every day is a challenge for us to get just a little bit better, 1% better every day.
But bro, you read my mom say, yeah, the accountability piece come August. We going to know come August.
Come August, we going to know. The work's going to show, as one of my guys, Juke says.
Yes, that's where my mind went to. When August comes, we will know if you fulfill your obligation to Edward Walker University's basketball team or not. And you will get what you got coming to you accordingly, which is no playing time.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
But he's right. That's why he is in basketball and football and baseball, parents. That's how it is, for real. Right. And you know what, Cabral? It also goes back to responsibility and accountability for me, because you're not over them. They're not underneath your umbrella right now. So they really have to it shows you who's accountable, who you can trust when it's crunch time, because we know in SIAC, every game is a nail biter.
Yes.
So who can you trust last media time to be out there and execute? It starts now in the summertime. Can you do these drills that we tell you to do? Are you doing your strength work where we tell you to? So all the little small things that guys don't think about might as well come to playing time when it's tight, February, getting ready for that tournament, man.
The work you put in the summer and spring is going to show in the winter, and winter is coming.
Yes, 100%, brother. And brother, talk about your team GPA, man. 3.10 team GPA, one guy with a 4.0. Talk about how important is the student part. And Edgewater still values the student part. And the athlete is great too, but we still value the student part of Edgewater University.
Man, my program and myself are going to always value that student athlete. That student comes before athlete. And so we want to recruit guys that understand just as much as we want to win on the court, we want to win in the classroom. And we've been able to do that here in my 4 semesters, which equals 2 years here. All 4 semesters, both 2 years. Each semester we've had over a 3.0 GPA as a team. And I think that's very important for us in the type of program that we want to have and the type of student athletes and young men that we want to build. It's still about graduation for us. I know that's a little bit different in this time and age with the portal and people transferring in and out, but the goal still is to graduate. And the only way you can graduate is to have good grades. And so we're not going to change who we are. We're not going to become transactional. We're going to still be transformational here in this program. And so that's why those grades and that team GPA are very important for us.
And Cabral, talk about how important it is to have the university community behind you, like having the guidance counselors, having the tutors to help your young men achieve that. Talk about the people who we don't really talk about them enough, who really help your young men achieve that goal, so you can put that number out there for people to understand and you really care about them as students as well.
I think John Calipari said it very well. He said, coaches and players win games, but administrations win championships. And so our administration and the people that we have around us are placing us in a position to be able to win a championship here at EWU, because we have the guidance from Dr. Ivana Rich from up top and Dr. A. Zachary Faison, who make sure that we have what we need for our young men and these student athletes of all sports here at EWU. And that means the tutors. That means the Academic Success Center, which I'm sitting in today. That means making sure that we have a strength and conditioning coach. That make sure we have a fueling zone for nutrition. Those things matter to making sure we have top-notch student athletes here at EWU.
No doubt. And man, just Cabral, like for you, man, how does this settlement that they came to affect D2? I know that affects D1. How does it affect you guys down in D2 going forward?
I think it's a trickle down, and I don't know when that trickle down happens, but it's just like NIL. Like, it's going to trickle down to D2 eventually. We just don't know when. So we've got to start preparing ourselves as coaches, administrations, how we're going to deal with it. And I think that's where we have to start right now. You can't be reactive. You got to be proactive. So it's our time right now in Division II as programs and coaches to be proactive.
No doubt. And bro, talk about my man Jacoby, man. He's going to play in the Dream game up there in up in Rucker Park, man, the Rucker. I remember watching these watched on Friday nights on ESPN too.
Man, I remember going to New York my first time, and that was the first place I wanted to go was to go see Rucker Park. So I'm excited for Jacoby. He's a Jacksonville, Duval legend, native, having played at Paxton High School here. So us getting him to come back home to play has been great. So his opportunity to go represent this institution at the Classic, the HBCU Harlem Classic up at Rucker Park is phenomenal for us. And he won't be alone. I got to give shots out to our women's program. Coach Eric Jackson is going to be coaching the women's side up there in that event. So we'll have two representatives of the Tiger Nation there. So we're really excited about it for both of them. I can't wait to see what we know here in Duval about what Jacoby can do. 15, 6, and 6 carries a lot of weight. I hope people understand that.
No doubt, man. No doubt, brother. And let me ask you, man, like, let's go about the ball you guys play in Jacksonville, man. I know Bobby King took over the job in North Florida, the guy I know very well, and Jordan Mitchell up the road doing it in Jacksonville, and then you and Edward Water. Talk about just the quality of coaching and basketball within Duval County with the three schools there that's most prominent, and how you all kind of push each other to be better.
Man, it's a great camaraderie, man. We get to play North Florida every year. So I think that's great. North Florida staff as well as Jacksonville staff. So Coach Driscoll and now Coach Kenner and Coach Mincy have allowed myself to come watch practices anytime we wanted to. My staff and I, they've been over to watch ours. They've been over to watch our games. And then you add FSCJ to that. So you're talking about two Division I's, HBCU Division II, and a JUCO. So we've got all levels covered here in Jacksonville. And we're able to grow and learn from each other. And I think that's been the biggest factor that has really helped not just my development since I've come to Jacksonville, but I think it helps each one of us in a different way. We bounce things off each other's brains and say, what do you think about this? We learn from each other. And I think it helps all of us grow. And we want to see each one of us succeed. So I want Bobby to succeed. I know he's stepping into some big shoes, but we want Bobby to succeed. We want Coach Mincy to succeed. So we want everybody to do the job to represent Duval. Now, I'm not going to lie and say we are Duval, being the only HBCU Division II in Jacksonville, but we want all of us to succeed.
100%, man. Like you said, y'all have a great camaraderie. Like I said, when I was down there, man, I went and saw all those guys over there, saw you, saw Jordan. So y'all all do a great job, man. I appreciate all y'all friendships, man, because y'all, I look forward to coming down and see you all, man.
Yes,
So yeah, like this year, I'm gonna do some magic games. Now I told Bobby I'm gonna be going the long way to see you out to come catch you all before I get down to Orlando. See they have magic play, man. Right. See what they got going on, the new uniforms they got now.
I know, right?
But it's weird. It's weird, Bob. It's weird, Cabral. Like when I go over there, North Florida, it's funny. They show me all the stuff they have over there, man. It's crazy. I tell people, Edward Waters, North Florida, and Jacksonville got pretty much similar facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Just y'all D2 and they not. That's right. Why people are shocked when I say that, but it's the truth.
Right.
It's very similar facilities that all y'all got.
Hey, we've got two facilities that we use. JU has a practice gym, right? Yeah. North Florida's main arena is a little bit bigger than ours. They've got a president's or a box up top. We've got a president and athletic director's box. So it's all similar, man. It just matters on how you want to skin the cat, as they say. But our floor is unique now. Don't nobody have anything on our floor.
No, they don't. No, they don't, brother. But man, brother, good to talk to you. Always my brother. Like, it's great to see you. You made me feel better after a tough night, man. Hanging out with you, man. So it was great to see you, brother.
Always good to see you and talk to you, brother.
Anytime.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z. Sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.